Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Chef Maha from Mahas Lebanese Cuisine. Today's dish, it's required a lot of ingredients, so you have to be patient and pay attention. We are going to make Lebanese mlukhieh. There is so many kinds of mlukhieh. Every part of a country they do it different. This is the mlukhieh. I usually get it fresh and dry it, and I put it like that. When I want to use it, I soaked it in a water for 1 hour. Now it's ready to be cooked. We need a chicken, garlic, cilantro, lemon juice, butter, onion. This is optional, jalapeno. I have to make rice with it, salt, pepper, and 7 spices. When I'm cooking the chicken, I'm gonna put bay leaves, cardamom, and cinnamon sticks, and some ginger for sure. And the red wine vinegar, I have to mix it with the onion. I'm gonna cut them very small chunks. I'm gonna boil the chicken. I already cleaned it. I'm gonna add water, cover it with water, and turn the stove on. Before I add the spices for the broth, I'm gonna, if you watch my second video, it was the chicken with rice. I let it boil until all the foam comes up, clean it, and then I will add the spices. We don't want to lose the taste of the spices from the beginning. In English they call it mlukhieh. We got it from farmers market here. بلبنان فيكم تلاقوها وين ما كان. Everybody knows الملوخية, they cook it with the chicken broth or beef broth. But since my daughter became vegetarian, I changed the method and I start cooking it with vegetable broth. And it tastes so good. This is optional. You can cook it with vegetable broth, or you can use the chicken broth at the end after the chicken is done. You can use the chicken broth to cook the mlukhieh. But trust me, at the beginning I felt like it's weird to cook it not with the chicken broth, but when I tried it, it's good. And another tip, if you have leftovers and you want to put it in the freezer, when it's with the chicken broth, you can't freeze it for long. But with the vegetable broth, I left it over 1 month and it was like fresh. I'm not gonna wait for the chicken because I don't need the chicken broth. I soaked my mlukhieh. I cleaned it 3 times. It's not from the store. I squeeze all the water out because I don't need any water from that. I'm gonna start with the garlic and cilantro. Saute them. Leave it in very low. Put some oil. For this I put a good amount of butter because I'm not using the chicken broth, so I need some fat in it. So I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons. And you need a good amount of garlic with that too. Actually the main spices is garlic and cilantro. It's 1/4 cup of garlic. I'm gonna put it here. This dish, they used to call it mlukhieh. Mlukhieh, it's just like before, just the king and the queens, they can afford to eat it because it's with meat and chicken. That's why not everybody was introduced to it, because the poor people, they couldn't afford it. So they used to call it mlukhieh. And then when everybody started affording that, they start calling mlukhieh. I'm gonna add the cilantro. I already cut. It's 1 big bundle of cilantro. You can start smell the mlukhieh taste with those 2 ingredients. And now I'm gonna start adding the mlukhieh little by little and saute it. So I'm separating the leaves because I don't want them to be crumbled. The more you saute them and take the water out, the less slimy it will be. Here I have about 2 pounds of dry mlukhieh. Keep mixing this until you feel like all the water evaporate, or most of it. Okay, there is no more water. So now, before I add the broth, I have to add the lemon. The lemon, it's very, very important to put it lemon juice. That will stop it from being slimy. So now I'm gonna add the lemon juice. I have here 1 cup. I'm gonna add the veggie broth. Now you don't mix it, you just go like this, just little by little, because if you mix it now, it will be slimy. It's very delicate, but it's good. It's my favorite veggie broth. It has a lot of good flavors. Or you can buy the veggie broth ready, or you can make it yourself. Perfect. Veggie broth, it has some salt, so I will leave it at the end. I will try it. If it needs salt, I will add salt. I'm gonna add the black pepper and the 7 spices. I'm gonna go so gentle, just like that, to mix them. I'm gonna put the heat in medium and let it cook slowly. This will take more time than the green mlukhieh, because the green mlukhieh, it's fresh, it's green, but this is dry. So even though I soaked it in water, it's gonna take a little bit more time to cook. I put it in medium heat, I cover it, and I will wait every like 5 minutes or so. I will come and check on it. Now we are going back to our chicken. The foam start a little bit going up, so I'm gonna start cleaning that. You see, you have to take all this, the foam, in top whenever you see it. So when you clean your chicken well with vinegar and salt, you're not gonna see a lot of foam in top, especially if it's like organic chicken. So I'm gonna add bay leaves. I'm gonna add cardamom, cinnamon sticks, and ginger. And the bay leaves will, if there is any fat, will break the fat on the chicken. Let it cook. And now I'm gonna cut 1 onion. I'm gonna put half of it with my chicken, and the other half I'm gonna put it with my mlukhieh. One more thing, I'm gonna cut this like that. I don't know if it's too hot or not, so I'm gonna take some of the seeds inside, because this is the hot part, and I'm gonna add it here. It's not slimy, it's good, it smells so good. If you see any more of this foam, just take it. When you put the spices, especially the bay leaves, the fat will start break down from the chicken, and then you'll have more foam in top than before. I'm gonna cover it again. Now it's gonna simmer and cook slowly. So while I'm waiting for that to cook, I'm gonna go make the rice. For each cup of rice, you need 1.5 cup of water. If you go back to my first video, you'll see it. The rice for the mlukhieh, you don't need the vermicelli with it. It has to be just the rice, so you can enjoy the taste of the mlukhieh. Nothing else will overcome that taste. The mlukhieh almost done. 10-15 more minutes. The mlukhieh is cooking, the rice is cooking. Now we need the garnish for it. The garnish is the onion, and we need the pita. I'm gonna cut them and fry them too. So I'm gonna cut the onion. I cover it with the red wine vinegar. You can use any vinegar you want. The apple cider, apple vinegar, grapes, whatever you want. I prefer that. So So this is ready. Now I'm gonna cut the bread. I'm gonna cut it cubes. Some people they toast it in the oven, some people they fry it. For me, I'm gonna fry it today because I'm working outside. So I'm gonna check the mlukhieh to see. You'll know when this is like not too hard. If the leaf, it's good, but 5 more minutes it will be better. I'm gonna add some salt for the chicken, 7 spices, and black pepper. I didn't put it before because I don't want it when I take the foam out. I don't want to take the spices too, so I wait to the end. Almost the end, you know. I'm gonna let it cook for like 5 more minutes with the spices. Our mlukhieh is ready. Everything is cooked. The rice, the mlukhieh, the chicken I put it on the side because I don't want to mix it with the mlukhieh for the vegetarian. I toasted the bread, the vinegar and the onion. So now I'm gonna build the plate. I'm gonna take some rice, then I'm gonna put the mlukhieh. Place the chicken. You can put chicken as much as you want. I'm gonna put the toasted bread. And at the end, you just put the vinegar with the onion. So now it's time to taste it. It's so good. I hope that you'll make it and enjoy it. Thank you for watching me, and I will see you next week. Bye.